Hello, I am Irfan Abid and you are watching Fanilytics. I am so sick and tired of watching the Indian media and the Indian narrative of calling Pakistan and the whole country as a terrorist. How it is possible that a country of more than 200 million people is a terrorist. So this is the reason I am doing this video, to at least give my point of view or at least try to debunk this narrative of calling it the whole country as a terrorist. And the whole context of this is like, as you currently maybe most of the people know, but on 22 April in Pahalgam, Kashmir, there was one terrorist attack. It was condemned by everyone in the Pakistan. Whatever happened was really sad, but what happened after that was more sad. Right away, India blamed Pakistan and called the whole country as terrorist, and they decided that they will not uphold the Indus Water Treaty, which basically is that the water coming from India is to be divided between India and Pakistan. It was done in 1960 by the World Bank. First, they said they will not uphold that treaty, and then they threw missiles at us. So right after those attacks, without any investigation, they decided that Pakistan is the terrorist state and they should be punished. And they did not felt like any need, because according to the international law, if something happens like that, you are supposed to provide evidence. You are supposed to go to a security council. You have to do, because similar attacks have been also happening in Pakistan. Pakistan did not decide to attack directly or throw missile at India. So in this video, we'll be also reacting one of the Piers Morgan show. Piers Morgan is like really his show is really big. And then there was one debate between Pakistani and Indian side, and I will be not watching the whole interview, of course, but I will be giving my reaction, or at least giving my point of view on the Indian narrative. So watch this video till end, so at least you can understand how we feel about this whole terrorist narrative, how I feel as being called as terrorist, or what's the reality behind it. And at the end, I want you guys to at the end give your comment, or at least we can understand that what do you guys think. Even if you don't agree with me, at least share your comment so we can have a healthy discussion. And of course, I cannot watch the whole interview, which is more than 50 minutes, but we'll be watching some of the claims made by Indians, and especially the Barkha Dutt, who is the renowned journalist in India, and Ranveer Allahbadia.
I've spent the last 2 weeks on the ground, first in Kashmir after the terror attack that triggered this entire situation, military escalation between India and Pakistan. And then
Of course, this current episode have been started like as Indian claims, but this is again the same hypocrisy which the Indians are doing, same as Israel does it, or like people like Piers Morgan do it on their show frequently, because I watch his show. They try to portray that everything started on the way they portray in Israel, that everything started after 7th October, which is not true. And same is the case here. It's not only triggered by this, but this is the problem which we have been seeing since 1948. So if this whole problem is only based on just these terrorist attacks, then why did the Trump, after all this, said like we need to solve this dispute? Because this Kashmir region is considered as a disputed region between India and Pakistan since 1948. So Kashmiris, they don't want to be with India, and maybe they also don't want to be with Pakistan. But this is not the thing which have targeted. Like, this problem is not because of this terrorism, because people are there suffering. According to the numbers given by the Indian officials, till now 14,000 Kashmiris have died. These are the Indian numbers, and the Kashmiri numbers are more than 80,000 people have been dead in this conflict by the Indian forces. So you cannot just paint the picture that everything just happening is happening in vacuum. You have to draw the whole context, like what's going on there. Of course, when this Pelgam attack happened, I also did YouTube video, and almost every Pakistani I know, they condemn these attacks. It said like it's not good. You can't kill innocent civilians. But you should also talk about the rights of Kashmiris. You should also be talking about why there are so many people who have been killed or are continuously being oppressed, killed in Kashmir from 1948. So that's also important, which she just tried to. I felt like she just tried to say like those events are like just happening in the vacuum. You have to draw the whole context.
in the states of Punjab as well as the area of Jammu. The reason I mention this is because it's been absolutely shocking what I have witnessed in the last few days. Pakistan, which was seething because India attacked terrorist bases inside its territory, tried to target.
Again, this claim is just assumption. This is just a claim, as like they just said. So this is the 7 years old Irtaza killed in the Indian strikes or Indian missile strikes in Pakistan. This is the 7 years old kid. You can look at yourself like, does this look terrorist to you? And there are more kids as well. So which I'll be sharing their pictures on this video later on while editing. But this is the kid which have been killed by the India. So okay, if you say like you have came in Pakistan and you have killed these terrorists, where are the pictures? Where are the dead bodies? So after these attacks, Pakistan have found the bodies of the children, the bodies of women, the bodies of the like innocent civilians. They haven't found the bodies. So if you have found it, so this is again the joke. Like in 2019, India did similar strikes in Balakot, and after that, when they were asked for the proof, so their answer was we don't have any proof because there were clouds, so we could not take the pictures. So again, this is completely baseless. They just say like they have came and attacked, like they claim that they have killed the terrorists, but where are those bodies? Where are those terrorist bodies? Show us the proof. We don't have any proof. It's same as like everything started by your assumptions. You became the judge, jury, and execution. You haven't thought of a need to just show the world proof, like where is Pakistan behind it? You just decide it yourself, and this is basically against the international law. This happens when countries like USA, Israel, they set up the norms in international order that you don't need to provide any proof. This is what happened in Afghanistan after 9/11. They went there by saying like, oh, we have to take out, and they killed millions of people without feeling a proof, without feeling a need to provide the proof that we have to provide the proof that we have to kill these much people. In Iraq, they did same. They said like they are the weapons of mass destruction, and then they went on killing the millions of people in Iraq. And this is the same playbook, which this is at that time, if world would have not done it, they would have condemned it by those kind of action. Then India would not be doing it. Right now, they're also following that same Western playbook by saying that whatever is happening is after we think like the terrorists are sitting there, and then this will justify your actions to just go there and kill whoever you want to kill the kids, kill anyone you want, because you feel like okay, now you have this narrative that there's some terrorists and now you can do anything. This is a narrative which everyone should have condemned. This is the narrative right now I'm condemning. You can't just blame some country and just invade them just because you think that there are some terrorists there. Even though if there's some terrorists, the first question should be from your Indian government, like what were you doing? That Kashmir is one of the most militarized region in the world. So how come your army did not knew that some people are gonna go there? Why don't you ask your army? Like why don't you investigate first? How did your army, your security operators fail? How come you directly within one day you decide to blame Pakistan and decide to invade one sovereign country based on your assumptions? So this is not how the international order works. This is not how it should be more work like this should be condemned, that it should not work like that more.
Civilian areas and places of worship inside Indian territory. This led the Indian military to target their air bases. When their air bases took serious damage is when Pakistan dialed Indian officials here and asked for a ceasefire. This is the exact sequence of events. Before
Again, now we can't say that because Pakistanis are saying that the Indians went to the USA and the India is saying so. At this thing, I can't make any claim that if it's true. And with the Barkha Dutt's credibility, it's also like not very good because she also made some claims regarding that Pakistan have done some violations of ceasefire, and then later on those news were fake. So we can't say like she have very much credibility.
Is not the case. Why do you think the shooting has stopped?
Okay, firstly, I would like to greet the world and present the objective truth. I'm here to present proofs, facts, and figures. Donald Trump claimed that he was responsible for the ceasefire, and Pakistan proceeded to break the ceasefire about an hour after it was announced. My question.
So he don't have any credibility because he started this his whole speech, because this is where this person started to talk, and he started by lying. At that time, there was some reports that Pakistan have done ceasefire. That's why he was recording. But I can show you on the screen that the fake news. So this is where the Indian news agency quoted that there were no drones and the ceasefire situation still prevails. So he started his speech by saying, I'm going to present objective reality. And then he quoted the fake news and something which was not true.
The world is about this man. I hope everyone's able to see this person's face. He was found 800 meters from a military base in Pakistan. That's the face that the world recognizes.
So this is the first thing Indians and like everyone, you guys probably knew. Osama bin Laden was found in Abbottabad, which is very near. This thing is true that Osama bin Laden was found in Abbottabad, but you still don't know the whole context. You get your news from the WhatsApp or you get news from your Indian media. That this is not the context. The whole context is that Osama bin Laden was basically trained by Americans. They were trained to fight the Soviets when they invaded Afghanistan in 1979. So that's the whole context behind Osama bin Laden. You need to understand what he was doing at first place. So you can't just completely come and throw that he was there and he got killed. You are talking about like Osama bin Laden was found in Pakistan, but you don't know why he was there. He was literally helped by the USA and the CIA to be trained in Pakistan. They're not only Osama bin Laden, but Taliban were created. So these Taliban are the same people. So you don't know anything about the geopolitics. You just know the news about the Osama bin Laden and just want to throw it. So you need to understand if you want to blame Pakistan for Osama bin Laden, you have to blame America at first. That why did they created him at the first place? Why did they create Al Qaeda? They created to fight Soviets. So you can't just throw Osama bin Laden at Pakistan because everyone knew. Are you trying to like show the world that Osama bin Laden was found in Pakistan? Which world you're trying to show? These Piers Morgan or like NATO who are like helping Osama bin Laden at that time, like their governments are helping Osama bin Laden to fight Soviets. So you can't just randomly throw that because you don't know anything about geopolitics.
The face that India recognizes because it's most specific to our narrative. This man is a UN designated terrorist being celebrated by the Pakistani military in the background. That's not the narrative that they give the.
Again, this is his facts and figures that he says like if there's some picture of like some person who has been designated. So let me, if you call that facts and figures, also let me show you some facts and figures. So this person is the Afghanistan's. His name is Mullah Yaqub. He's the Taliban's leader. And the person right next to the defense, his name is Misri. I don't exactly remember his full name, but he has some mystery in his name. So this person is with the Taliban. So these Taliban were named or designated also terrorists by the United States at some stage. So if that picture is the proof that Pakistan is behind, so then does it prove that this picture is like India is also with the terrorists? So it don't justify anything. Pictures don't justify it because this is also the Taliban who have been named as terrorists by different organizations, including United States, United Nations. They were named as the organization which were terrorists. So Indians and your government officials are literally right next to it. This is not even. So I'm not saying that this is the proof that India is involved in terrorism, but I'm just trying to debunk his argument that if you have some pictures with some person who have been designated, so this is literally the Indian for defense secretary with the leader of Afghan Taliban. So it don't make any sense. It's just so stupid argument you're making on, you're embarrassing yourself on international media.
That's not the narrative that the world knows. But if you check with the UN, if you check with the US, they'll tell you that this is Abdul Rauf. India's attacks were precision oriented, moderate, and most importantly, they were simply a retaliation as they've always been.
Again, he's lying that they were precision oriented. Again, how can it be so much precision oriented when you went there and killed the children there? I will be sharing the pictures on the screen of the kids who have been killed by the Indian attacks. These are innocent kids who, how can you say like these were the kids who have been killed? And the people you are saying like are the terrorists. Okay, if you say that they are terrorists, where are the proof that you have killed them? Show us the proof that these people are dead. There is zero evidence to base your these arguments that India went and did precision. They attacked one mosque, and that mosque was empty in the night. There was no one there. And the places they have attacked, they did not kill any terrorists. So as same as like history of India, you haven't provided any proof that these people were literally killed in these airstrikes. You only went there and you killed innocent civilians, which was there. Then there was so much anger. Pakistan did not retaliate it right away, as you know it. That then Pakistan kept on waiting for 2 or 3 days, and after that, then it was so much pressure by the Pakistani people. The Pakistani nation was so much forcing that there were protest people saying like you should retaliate, you should answer back to those missiles. So that's why Pakistan retaliated at the end. But this is completely lie. This is completely evidenceless. There's no evidence for it that you went there and you killed some terrorists, because there's no proof of it. You just killed the innocent civilians.
India's never been an aggressor in any of these situations. We export vaccines, we export philosophy, and we export engineers and leaders to the world. That's why our economy is 11 times the size of Pakistan. But the Pakistani narrative is that, hey, look at these people, they're trying to get the world to sympathize with them. Pierce, my question is to you. You've seen the
But again, he talked about like the India is. I agree, India have been so much better, and which is good for India. They have been doing good things. Their IT is booming, and everything is going on. But you can't just say like everything is like going parallel on, right? In Pakistan as well, that India have been sending the terrorists and or at least the supporting the groups such as BLA and TTP. The Kulbhushan Yadav, he's the spy. He was a naval officer, got caught in Balochistan funding the terrorists who have been doing different attacks in Pakistan. And some days ago in Jafar Express, one of the train got hijacked. You must have also saw in the news. So there, the some people died, and BLA took responsibility of it. And Pakistan find the evidence, or at least they claim as India that they found India behind it. But we did not directly came and threw missile at you because we think that the India was behind it. So that's not how international world works. This is only the how the Bollywood works, and the way your Modi government is, which we will be coming on later on. But that's not how the world works, that you can just blame anyone and just throw missile at. And I agree that India have been doing good, but also like India have been also blamed as in prime minister who have been calling India as the safe haven for terrorists. So what India have been doing, they have been killing the Canadian nationals who, according to them, are like freedom fighters or like the Khalistan movement. So Canada is also calling you terrorist, dude.
objective facts and figures. What do you feel about this whole situation? The
And
world only knows this person. India has a list,
And
just like,
we have to go back.
but the Pakistani narrative is that, hey, look at these people, they're trying to get the world to sympathize with them. Pierce, my question is to you. You've seen the objective facts and figures. What do you feel about this whole situation?
By showing the picture of some military person standing by some person which they call the terrorist, and he's showing the picture of Osama bin Laden, and he's saying these are the objective facts and figures. I don't understand, like, what is he doing? Is he serious? Is he calling these the objective reality? And who is he asking from? Again, like, he's asking from the Piers Morgan. Come on, dude, that person is defending genocide in Palestine. From that time, he's defending the actions of Israel. He's still in his moral conundrum. Whatever he says is that he to either to if thousands of Palestinians have been killed in Palestine, and he's still thinking that to either to condemn Israel or just think blaming everything about Hamas. So you are so stupid enough. You don't even know that what's the world context of who you are asking. This Piers Morgan, who have been justifying genocide from more than 1 year. So it's so stupid of you to just think that you're gonna ask someone like Piers Morgan to tell what does he think. So again, it's so like so much shocking to me, at least, that this person just showing the pictures. Then it's with the same claims I can also say like that the pictures I show with the Taliban and the India's foreign defense secretary, then this is also the proof that, oh, India is also terrorist. No, it's not enough evidence. This is not how the world works. Again, that's not how the world works, that you just show some pictures and this is how you think. And you said to the world that the Pakistan, you are showing the pictures that Pakistani army is standing behind those terrorists, but your Indian army, dude, your Indian army don't agree with you, because you know why? The Indian army, after the Operation Sindoor, when they put the post or press release, I will be sharing that on the screen. So in that statement, it clearly says that they did not attack the military installations, but they attacked the terrorist places. So you need to understand here. The key point is that Indian army don't think that Pakistani military installations are being used by terrorists. So they are terrorists. They're saying terrorists are something else, because if they would have think the Pakistan army, which you are showing that it's standing by terrorists, then it means that they're also terrorists. But they are saying that they did not attack the military installations. They have attacked the terrorists. So this is the big contradiction between you and your army. You are saying that Pakistan army is standing behind the picture of whoever that person is, and it means that they're terrorists. But your army is saying that we did not attack military installations. Why did they not attack military installations? Because according to your picture, they should be terrorists and they should be attacking the military or civilian areas. And your army don't agree with you, dude. You have to understand it that your army in this statement clearly says that we have attacked the military. We haven't attacked military installations, but we have attacked terrorist areas. So why did your army not attack it? Because according to you, if our army personnel are standing behind the terrorists, so they should also be terrorists. You should attack the military posts, right? But your army don't agree with you. And I also want world to see some of the Indian media and some of the things they've been saying.
भी अंदर घुस गई है पाकिस्तान में आईएनएस विक्रांत है वहां से करिए 15-20 ब्रह्मोस फायर सेट फायर टू द कराची पोर्ट आग लगा दो कराची में फूंक डालो पूरे शहर मेजर
So in case you guys don't understand it, I can translate that for you. So he's saying on the national media on India, he's saying that the Indian army have invaded Pakistan and our navy has attacked the Karachi port, and now it's time that we should blow up the whole city of Karachi, which is more than 20 million people. Can you imagine how openly the hate of war and warmongering have been done in the Indian media? Show me one place where Pakistani media is doing the same. Show me one credible media of Pakistani television which is saying that attack the whole Delhi and blow up the whole Delhi. This is the hate. This is the level of the hate you guys are feeding to your people, and you're calling us terrorists. Your person on the TV is saying that blow up the city with more than 20 million people. It would be, if they would have done it, it would have become the bigger problem or the bigger thing than the Holocaust, because in the Holocaust, apparently 6 million people died. But here he's saying blow up the city with the 20 million people. And what's more sad is that after that, when they found that whatever he was saying, like that news is not true, that Indian army haven't invaded, then the people were not saying that this was not the problem in the India, what he was saying. The problem in the India, it was a fake news. So the bigger problem in India is it's not true that what he's saying is not, is the bigger problem is that what he said was a fake. So can you imagine the mentality? Can you imagine the hate of for the whole nation, for the like more than 200 million people? This is the hate you have, that you are sad that no one condemned that. What are you saying, man? You are trying to say that you should kill more than 20 million people. No, they are angry that it's fake news, that this is not actually happened. 20 million, more than 20 million people did not die. So it's completely stupid. It should be condemned. You can't, if you cannot show me one place that, or if you can show me one media channel which is spreading the same kind of propaganda on Pakistani news or something, then I would also come and condemn them as well. But this is the problem in India. This is what we're trying to show. So, and also like in those clips where the person is trying to say like that, YouTuber trying to say like, okay, the UN designated, the USA have designated this person as a terrorist. The Modi was designated as the person who could not come to USA for 10 years because he killed people in Gujarat. When he tried to go to the United States, the New York court have summoned him. You can Google it up. He was being named as the butcher of Gujarat because he killed thousands of Muslims. And after that, the moment he came in the power, after that, he have been going after Muslims. The media have been so much weaponized against the Muslims, and also like it's also against the Hindus because the India have more Muslims than Pakistan. So if you have this much population of the two religious groups and then you spread hate based on their religion, so it becomes really scary. So after the Modi government, the things have become like this, and Modi is also the life member of the RSS. If you don't know, you can Google it up. RSS, the founding father of RSS, his name was Golwalkar, and he was inspired by Nazis. He was inspired the Nazi party, and he said like the party he's making, RSS or whatever, and RSS is also behind different terrorist groups, and RSS is behind the Samjhauta Express. It was one of the train attack in which so many people died, and RSS also took responsibility of other things, which was like also the Gujarat attacks. RSS was behind it. So we did not just invade India because Modi was designated as terrorist. So if that's your proof that someone is, you can't just, still it's not enough reason that you can just go and kill people or literally invade the sovereign country. That's not how international order works. So my reason of doing this video in English was to make it more reachable to the also the Indian audience, to the international, because as I'm living in Sweden, so I want my friends to understand the whole situation. So you cannot just set up the new international order where just one country blames, and then without doing providing any evidence, they can just go and invade other country. That's not how the civilized world works. That's not how anyone should do. I won't be cheering up for Pakistan if they would be doing same thing. If they would say tomorrow that Pakistan got attacked or there was some terrorist attack, I would ask my Pakistani government that what were you doing when there was those attack happened? How can you just blame someone? And this is the question which every Indian should be asking, that what were your government doing when there was attack in the most militarized area of the world? So this is the whole videos. I hope you like it, and I want you guys to share your comments, share your thoughts on it, and share as much as if you want. If you don't agree with me, feel free to disagree in the comment section. I will make sure that I will leave my comment section open so that even if you guys want to abuse, feel free to abuse me, but come up with some of the good talking points. Like discussion is the so every time you discuss some problem, that's how you solve the problem. You just don't throw missiles at each other. That's not the civilized way. So I hope you guys like this video, and we'll see each other in some other video. Take care and goodbye.